This is arguably going to be one of the most important videos that you watch this year. This video in particular is going to be specifically for Muslim male professionals who know that they are called for more than the 9-to-5 rat race. It is for Muslims who want to be able to build a sustainable business that not only falls within Islamic guidelines, but will also set up themselves and their family for years to come. It is specifically for my Muslim brothers who want to be able to take themselves and their families to Umrah or Hajj and be able to spend money for the sake of Allah without constraining their finances. It is for the Muslim brothers who want to be able to homeschool their kids or put their kids in a private school so that they are not indoctrinated by the LGBTQ agenda that is plaguing our elementary school systems here in the West. It is for the Muslim brothers who want to make enough money so that they can actually get married and complete half their deen. This is not for those people that are looking for a side hustle or some get-rich-quick scheme. It's for people who want to be able to build a legitimate business where they can work from anywhere in the world from the comfort of their own home. Like myself right now, currently recording this video here in Cairo, Egypt. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best beginner-friendly halal online business that is not dropshipping, Amazon FBA, crypto, buying courses, selling courses, or any of the things that you probably have seen some online guru pitching. This is the same exact business model that is set to hit $690 billion by 2028. And it's the same exact business that I have been running since 2018, which has allowed me to generate my clients over $30 million in revenue. It's also the same exact business that I am currently consulting 35 Muslim brothers like probably yourself watching this video one-on-one, step-by-step over Zoom. Now, I truly believe that if you watch this video in its entirety, that you will be able to take whatever information you learn in this video and apply it yourself to be able to start your own halal online business. And I say this because I genuinely did not hold back on anything, and I gave you every single thing that you need to know to actually go ahead and get started today and make this a reality. And look, if I missed something, or maybe you just need some clarification or you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me a message on Instagram and I'd be more than happy to reply back to your question. Now, I know this video is about an hour and 50 minutes long, and it's long because I literally covered everything that you need to know to actually go ahead and get started today. And I understand that it's too long and maybe some of you guys won't be able to watch the whole thing in one sitting. If that's the case, then I recommend that you save it so that you can come back and watch it again later. I have also added timestamps to this video so that you can easily navigate and go back to any specific topic that maybe you need to rewatch a second time. That said, I highly recommend that you watch the video in its entirety so that you can get the full context and actually apply the information that you learn in this video. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead now and share my screen and dive deep into this video, covering everything from A to Z. So I genuinely hope that you watch it in its entirety and actually apply the information that you're about to learn. All right, so before we dive into the meat of the video, I just want to go ahead and share with you guys other Muslim brothers who, like yourself watching this video, have joined our consulting program and are now already started with their halal online business and are on their way to hit multiple six figures annual run rate. So let's just go ahead and go through a few people. So again, in this segment, I want to go ahead and share with you guys some of the student results who, again, like you, are complete beginners. But through our one-on-one consulting program, they have been able to launch their own halal online business and are now on track to scale to a six-figure annual run rate. Right here we have Sajid, and Sajid is from the United Kingdom. As you can see, he says, just joined the other day, and I'm looking forward to how things go. I have big plans for the coming years. Inshallah, may Allah bless you all. We have Muhammad, who's from Canada. He says, hello, dear brothers. Just wanted to introduce myself. Joined last week. Can't wait to start on this journey with you guys. Currently living in Ottawa, and I've worked as a mechanic for years. 9 to 5 is the worst, not to mention the aches and pains that I would go home to. Dedicating my time now to starting something for myself that will, inshallah, help bring financial freedom to me and my family. We have Amin here from Canada, who says, hello everyone, my name is Amin from Canada. I have a background in tech. I've been in this field for the past couple of years and looking to find an opportunity to break free out of the 9 to 5 lap cycle and jump into entrepreneurship. I joined AP, intending to start making money online so I can have location freedom. So as you guys can see, a lot of these guys are just everyday people like you who are looking to start their own thing for themselves and help themselves and their family. Here we have Maysara from the United Kingdom. He says, hello, living in the United Kingdom, really excited to get started on this journey, looking forward to learn from Brother Majid and the rest of the community. I ask Allah to make this an amazing long-standing brotherhood. I have no clue about marketing agencies, so I'm a complete beginner, but inshallah with Majid's help alongside with everyone, I will crush it, and I'm pretty sure he will. We have Mamoon right here, who is also from the United Kingdom. He says, excited to get started on this journey to achieving financial freedom, doing this for my family to be released of the financial burden in this dunya so that I can live comfortably, and inshallah we all make it together. Then we have brother Qasim here from Canada, who says, hello, my name is Qasim, working professional in the tech scene as a project manager. I'm working on things on the side for a while, and the goal is to break out of the 9-to-5 life, but also give life to my family and my loved ones. Definitely believe that entrepreneurship is the answer, and been working diligently on my own to make it happen. Excited to be here to learn from other people. I'm eager to get results and feel energized to work for building a life on my own terms. The goal, inshallah, is to make 30K a month profit with my agency, and I'm very sure that he can do that. Here we have Muhammad from Canada. Muhammad says, hello guys, I am making this quick introduction to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad, and I'm currently living in Quebec City, Canada. I came from Africa just 8 months ago. I'm working a small job to be able to make ends meet, and my main goal is to crush it in starting a marketing agency, quit my job, and provide for my family in Africa. Really, really awesome goals. So as you guys can see, a lot of these people are very much like you. We have brother Shahid from Australia, says, looking forward to having an amazing journey and benefit from one another. We have brother Salim, 19-year-old from Montreal, beginning his entrepreneurship journey a month and a half ago. At the very beginning, I decided to start this journey because of all the videos on TikTok of people showing their luxurious lifestyle and telling me that it could be me if I decide to start an online business. They were showing it as if it was simple. At this time, I was pretty naive, and I thought that I had to do exactly what they were doing, and that's it. It was not difficult, but as soon as I realized it wasn't easy, why everyone isn't rich was why is not everyone already rich if it was that easy? To avoid writing about my life, I wanted to remind myself that I'm doing this for the future of myself, my family, and the future of my parents. This journey isn't going to be easy, but the right mindset, surrounding with the right people, work, all this dream and desires can become a reality. I'm pretty sure that Brother Salim is going to crush it with our help. As you guys can see, everyone out there is pitching you a course and pitching you this luxurious lifestyle. That's not what we're doing here. Right here, we're telling you that the journey is going to be hard, but if you stay committed and you have a mentor like myself who can be there and help you step by step, that it's inevitable that you can reach your goals. Okay. Then we have brother Antoine from Australia, and Antoine says, finally decided to join the group. I've been really looking forward to learning a more effective means with MJ and the Brotherhood. I hope that I can help everyone as well. Alhamdulillah for everything. We have brother Ishaq, who says, just joined, looking forward to learning quickly and making real progress. I encourage everyone to ensure that they fully use what we have as Muslims to be confident with our decisions, i.e. tahajjud, istikhara, and dua. Then we have brother Shahid from Canada. Says, kicking things off, hopefully this might be the beginning of an insightful journey, inshallah, looking to learn from everyone around me and take the knowledge on board as I grow. Then we have brother Sammy, who was like, finally made it, I got in, alhamdulillah. Okay, so as you guys can see, these are brothers just like you guys who, like you guys, have dreams and aspirations of actually starting their own halal online business, and they went ahead and joined our program. Now, whether you decide to join the program is up to you, but the whole idea is that I recommend that you guys take action on this, okay? Even if it's just learning from stuff on YouTube and, you know, doing your own research, whatever the point is, just make sure you take action, because just like these guys that are everyday brothers like you too can make your dreams a reality. So now that we have gotten this out the way, let's go over why choosing a marketing agency is the best model to begin with, now that you see that there is other brothers like yourself who are already doing this. So let's go over the why, as why this is the best halal online business model to get started with, and later on in the video I will be showing you other businesses that you probably have heard of and show you why these are not the best option. But for now, I just want to go ahead and list why this business model is the model that you should choose, and why everything else that any online guru is pitching you. Okay, so we'll go over why this is the best model over anything else that you probably have seen online. Well, the very first and most important thing is that this business model actually falls within Islamic guidelines. In other words, it is halal. And we say that because you are basically just providing a service to businesses, and you have the power to choose which business to work with and which business you do not want to work with. We're not selling products or buying products. We're simply offering services to whatever business that we choose to work with. And those businesses that you choose, you just need to make sure that they're halal businesses. For example, you're not going to work with a nightclub, or you're not going to work with a place that sells alcohol. Rather, you can work with any other business that doesn't sell anything that is haram. In other words, this falls within Islamic guidelines because we're offering a service to specific businesses that we decide to work with. The second reason as to why this is the best business model is because it has high profit margins. Unlike all the other businesses that we're going to cover in a little bit, this business has 50 to 95% profit margins. Because we're not selling a product, and we're not shipping products, or we're not buying things and selling things, we are literally selling a service, right? And that service really costs us nothing, okay? And in return, our clients pay us to deliver those services. So this business has high profit margins. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm starting a business, I want a business that is actually profitable, not a business that I am running and only getting 10 to 20% margins. The third reason as to why this is the best business model to start is because it requires virtually $0 to get started. The least you're going to need is a website. So you might need to get a website, which honestly, I didn't have a website until I was making 10K a month. But if you're just starting out, right, you need at least a website, and that'll cost you anywhere between $50 to $100 for the actual website. For example, like Go High Level or ClickFunnels, right? So you can virtually get started with $0, unlike other businesses that require a larger investment to get started. Reason number 4, why this is the best business model, is that it can easily be delegated. You can find and delegate the services to someone who's more experienced than you at your current skill level. So businesses are going to be paying you to deliver a service, okay? And if you don't know how to do the service, you either, number 1, are going to get them bad results, or number 2, you're going to have to put everything on hold to master the service delivery, which can take you months, if not years. With this business, as you guys will see, you can delegate the services to someone else, and that is how you, as a complete beginner, like how these brothers, as a complete beginner, can get started and start making money because they can delegate it to someone else who is more experienced than them at their current skill level. So that's reason number 4, is that it's easily delegated. And number 5 is huge demand. Okay, businesses, big and small, need these services that you're going to be offering. No matter how big they are, no matter how small they are, there's huge demand for it. And if there's huge demand, there means there's a lot of money to be made in it. So that is why you should choose this business model as the best business model to go ahead and get started with. Later on in the video, we're going to go ahead and compare a few other business models that you already heard of, that you probably have already heard of, if you are still considering that this is the right one or not the right one, okay? Now I want to go ahead and kind of just give you guys my experience since 2015. And I want to do this, guys, not to show off or anything. I want to do this so that you can understand why the heck should I even listen to Majid, right? Why should I listen to him? Okay, I want to show you guys that I've been doing this for many years. I'm not just another online guru that is here to sell you a course, right? Rather, I've been doing this for many years. I've proven it time and time again. And now I started a new endeavor where I'm teaching other Muslim brothers like yourself how to start their own business. And if you watch this video in its entirety, you can literally leave. After you watch this video in its entirety, you can leave and implement the things that you are learning. Regardless if you join our program or not, you can still take this information and run with it, because I've been doing this for years and I'm not here to gatekeep any information from you. I would literally give you everything in this video, so please make sure that you're watching it till the end. So let's go over my experience. So I actually started my marketing agency back in 2018, but you see, my journey of making money online started a couple years before that. In 2016, during the presidential elections, I was doing print on demand, right? So I was basically selling Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton meme t-shirts. If you look at some of these examples, Crooked Hillary, lock her up, and President Trump, make liberals cry, since 2016, I was selling these types of shirts online because I realized, during that time, it was such a polarizing time and people love to buy these things. And I wanted to make money online, and I decided to do this, and I was able to make money, right? But the thing is, it was on trends. You have to give people a reason to buy your products. And after the 2016 election, that's it. The trend died out, okay? But this was the very first endeavor, one of the first endeavors that I did back in 2016, which is print on demand. The next business is Amazon Affiliate, and I did this in 2016 and 2017. And if you look back right now, actually, if you look back at my YouTube channel, you can see videos from 7 and even 8 years ago, okay? I was recording videos, and the whole idea with these videos is that I would read books on Amazon, for example, like How to Get Rich, okay, 7 Habits of Wealthy People. I would read these books, and then I would go ahead and draw, right, a summary of the book and narrate it, to then post it on YouTube in hopes that someone is going to go ahead and want to read this book. So they're going to look up the summary on YouTube. And when they look up the summary, they're going to go ahead and find my video. Once they find my video, they are amazed by how great the video is. Then they're going to go ahead and click the link in the description to buy the book using my affiliate link. And in return, I get 10% affiliate. Now think about this. The book costs like $10. So my whole idea of making money back then was that I'm going to get 10% of $10, which is $1, when people buy my book, right? You can imagine like how crazy that idea sounds. Even if, let's say, 100 people bought my book, right? Like, how much money is that? That is nothing, right? And on top of that, they would even have to watch my video, and then they would have to want to be interested in buying the book and actually click that link. So this is what I was doing in 2016, 2017, is I was doing affiliate marketing with the idea of that I'm going to read books and then go ahead and make videos. In return, people are going to go ahead and search the book and buy it using my affiliate link. So this was Amazon Affiliate, 2016. I want to show you guys this because this has not been like an easy journey. I've tried so many different businesses, but I finally cracked the code. But I just want to give you guys a glimpse. In 2017, I was doing drop shipping, okay? And at this time, I was selling abayat. If you guys don't know what that is, these are Islamic dresses that probably like your sisters or your mothers wear, right? Which is like a gown. And I was doing this. I was able to scale my store to over $20,000 a month. But believe it or not, my margins were so horrible. I was taking home no more than $2,000 a month. So after buying the products, shipping the products, running ads for the products, taking product images, and all of these, I was only able to take home 10%, which in this case was about $2,000, okay? And I did this for about a year and a half, was able to scale to over $20,000, but again, the margins were horrible, okay? And this was drop shipping back in 2017. Then 2018 to 2020, I started my first agency, and this was a SEO agency, search engine optimization. I started this with a business partner in the city of San Francisco, and we were working specifically with real estate agents. This image right here is with one of my clients, Ina Rubinchik, who's a luxury real estate agent in the city of San Francisco. And the whole idea with SEO is that we find people, in this case real estate agents, and we optimize their website so that when someone is searching luxury real estate agent in San Francisco, our client's website would rank on the first page, and then they would go ahead and call them and inquire about their services. Now, I did this from 2018 to 2020, and believe it or not, when COVID hit, we lost all of our clients, okay? Because we were working with local businesses, and in the city of San Francisco, it was one of the first cities in the world to actually go into lockdown. We lost all our clients because clients were like, hey, we don't even know when we're going to reopen again, right? We can't offer our services, so we're going to stop paying you because we don't need your services right now for the foreseeable future. So I literally lost everything. I lost all my clients within a matter of 7 to 14 days, right? But thank God, at this point, I've already been making money online since about 2015 or so. So I've landed a job as a marketing coordinator where I was working as a marketing coordinator for a company called Ipsy US, right? This was a nonprofit organization, and I did this for about 6 months. And I just wasn't content with working a remote 9 to 5 job. So fast forward to 2020, late 2020, I packed a suitcase, went all the way to Egypt to start my second agency, SF Analytica. And I am currently running this agency till now. From late 2020 till now, I've been running this agency, and this is the exact business that I teach brothers like yourself to do, okay? So as you guys can see, this is what I do. This is what I've been doing for many years, and this is now, I'm just now starting to consult people on this, okay? And guys, I built this all while I was living abroad in Egypt. I took this picture right, like the second week that I launched my agency, was working right out of a cafe. And since then, we've been able to generate over $30 million in revenue for our clients. And in return, these clients pay me a percentage of the revenue, right? In this screenshot alone, as you can see here, this is just $1.7 million that clients have paid me over the course of about 3 years, okay? I was able to do this all while living abroad. And now, as of now, we have clients that pay anywhere from $5,000 a month all the way to $25,000 a month for our services. So this is SF Analytica, my paid ads agency. Started it in late 2020 and running it to this day. Now, forward to December 15th of 2023, in my Las Vegas apartment, I decided to launch Agency Protocols, okay? And Agency Protocols is unlike anything else out there. It is a consulting agency where I help Muslim brothers like yourself, one-on-one, step-by-step, on exactly how they can build their own marketing agency like the one that I have been running since 2020. Okay, and the whole idea here is while everyone is selling you courses, putting you in Facebook groups, then where your questions are drowned and you have no support, I decided to position myself by giving people the highest likelihood of them actually succeeding by consulting them one-on-one over Zoom. Okay, and this is the consulting agency that I launched in December 2023, and we are running it till this day. And at the time of recording this video, we currently have 37 Muslim brothers like yourself who have joined our consulting agency. 4 of them have went to quit their job and are on track to scaling their online business to multiple 6 figures a year. I truly believe that for Muslims and non-Muslims, this is the best offer in the market because again, I am selling my time to you where I am working one-on-one with you to give you the highest likelihood of you actually succeeding with this business. So now that we've went ahead and covered my background, just so that you know that I know what I'm talking about and why you should continue watching this video and quite frankly, continue listening, I just wanted to show you that I've been doing this, okay? Now that you got that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the business model, okay? I want to introduce the business model to you so that you understand it in detail. So SMMA is short for Social Media Marketing Agency. And as a marketing agency, we help other businesses scale their business, whether they are online or physical. We help them scale their business by generating them more leads or sales, okay? Now, we do not sell physical products. Rather, these businesses hire us as experts and we're to generate them more leads or more sales for their business. And in return, they pay us anywhere from $1,500 all the way to $25,000 a month, just like I showed you in the screenshot right here. Okay, so that is the whole idea of SMA. It's pretty straightforward. It's a very simple model. It's not the sexiest business, I'll be honest with you, but it's a business that provides us cash flow. It's a business that allows us to make an impact by helping other people sell their products, both online or physical. So now that you understand what is this business model, you probably are asking yourself, well, why don't these businesses just do it themselves? Why would they hire you or me to do this for them? Why can't they do it themselves? And that's a valid question. But see, you need to understand that these businesses do not have the time or the expertise to do their own marketing. Similar to, let's say you found yourself in legal trouble, God forbid, but let's say you found yourself in legal trouble. You could probably you probably would hire a lawyer to represent you in court, right? If you got in legal trouble, you're probably going to hire a lawyer. Sure, you can go ahead and represent yourself in court of law, but you probably lack the knowledge and you probably do not have the time to study the law. So instead, what do? You would go ahead and pay money to a lawyer who provides you with these services. Okay, so again, you can represent yourself in the court of law. But guess what? You don't have time and you don't have the expertise. So what do? You hire someone to deliver the service for you. In this case, a lawyer. Now, the same idea applies with, let's say, tax firms. Okay, sure, you can do your own taxes. I can do my own taxes. I can download Intuit TurboTax and do my own taxes. But you probably, and I probably, do not have the time or the expertise to do our taxes properly. So what do we do instead? Well, instead, we hire a tax expert from a firm to do the taxes, and in return, we pay them for the service. Okay, so you probably pay your tax guy $200 to $500 to do your taxes. Why don't you do it yourself? Because you don't have the time and you probably don't have the expertise, so you hire someone else. Well, you see, the same idea that I just gave you applies here. Businesses hire us as marketing agency owners to handle their marketing because they either lack the time or the expertise or both. Okay, so now that you understand the business model and you understand why businesses hire us, just like the tax firm example and just like the legal example, let's go ahead and talk about other businesses. Okay, let's talk about the other businesses that you might be considering. Maybe a business that you might have seen, some online guru pitching. And I really want to drill this. I really want to go over this because I want to drill home why this business that I'm talking to you about is the best beginner-friendly halal online business that anyone can start. Anyone, even a complete beginner. And I want to do that by comparing these to other quote unquote side hustles that you might have seen online being pitched by some guru who simply is just trying to sell you a course. The first business is going to be dropshipping. And the idea here is that you're selling physical products from China, mostly from China, but you can really get them from anywhere. The idea with dropshipping is that you are buying products from China using websites like Alibaba or AliExpress, and you sell them to people worldwide. Now, on paper, this looks like an extremely sexy business because you have your own brand and you've got products and you're selling products and you have your logo on it and all that. But as I will show you, this is probably one of the worst businesses that you can start as a beginner. Literally one of the worst businesses. And guys, keep in mind, every business that I'm going to show you right here, I have done just like I just explained to you a few minutes ago. The first reason why dropshipping is not the best business to get started with is, most importantly, is it halal or haram? That's the kind of question we want to ask ourselves. Because what I'm trying to show you guys is how to build a halal online business that could help you and your family and that will have barakah, quite honestly. Now, I'm not a scholar to say if something is halal or haram. You could do your own research as well. But I will tell you, based on my research, some scholars say that this business is actually not halal. And they say that because due to the fact that you don't own the product and that you can't ensure if the product being sent to the customers is the same quality as advertised. So the scholars that I've seen say that it's haram have said you can't guarantee this product. You don't have this product in your house. You don't have it in a warehouse where you can see it. This product is sitting somewhere in China with some supplier. When someone buys, you simply send it over to them, right? Which in that case, you can't ensure that this was going to be the same exact product, right? So that's why they say that it's not halal, okay? Now, again, it's up to you to choose if it's halal or haram. I'm not here to give you a fatwa, but let's say it is halal, okay? Let's say every single scholar says that this business is halal. It is still not the best business to start, and I'll tell you why. The second reason is because it has low profit margins. So the second reason is that it has low profit margins. Just like I just showed you with my own dropshipping store that I was able to scale to $20,000 a month, I was only taking home less than 10%, about $2,000. And the reason that is because it's going to go ahead and require you to drive traffic to your website, which requires ad spend on top of the fact that you should already know how to run ads. If you don't know how to run ads, you're going to need to go ahead and hire someone who does, right? And that is going to cost you even more money. So that's the first thing, right? Here's how that would look like. You buy a product for about $15, okay, and you sell it for, let's say, $30. So already you have 50% profit margins cut off right there, okay? And if you lack the experience of driving traffic to your store to get people to buy your product, in other words, running paid ads, you will need to hire someone and pay them a fee to do so. this doesn't ensure that you will guarantee your sales. So not only is it not going to ensure that you guarantee sales if you hire someone to do the ads for you, but again, this is an extra fee that you are going to be paying on top of the money that you're already going to be spending on ads, on top of the fact that you're going to buy a product for, let's say, $15 and then you want to upsell it for about $30. So already just your profit margins there are 50%. And then if you add also the actual ads, then you add in how much you're going to pay someone, you can already see why the profit margins are very low. You will also need to create captivating content for ads and for organic traffic to highlight the products that you're selling. So you're going to need actual great images and great videos, right, to highlight the product. The content provided by the suppliers isn't going to be high quality, and it's not going to be content that you're going to be able to use for marketing. I know some of you guys might say, well, the supplier is going to give us content. It's not going to be the same as the content that you record yourself, the content that you would pay influencers to record, the content that you can record yourself. So again, all of this is going to cost you more money. This can cost you anywhere between $100 all the way to $5,000, depending on how many assets you need and the complexity of these assets. For example, if you hire an influencer to record a video for you, that's going to cost you money. If you go ahead and buy the product yourself and then shoot the video, that will also cost you money. So as you can see here, for all of these reasons, the profit margins are very, very low. This is why, as someone who was running his own dropshipping store, I was only able to take home no more than 10%. After generating $20,000 a month, I was only taking home about $2,000. Okay. So reason number two why dropshipping is not the best business model is because it has low profit margins. Reason number three is going to be the competition. Understand, whatever you are selling most likely is going to be available on Amazon for a cheaper price. And you're not only going to be competing with other people who can do the same research that you did and find winning products that you're selling using specific softwares that you can use, or also using the Facebook ad library, but you're also competing with Amazon. Okay, and Amazon is a business search engine for e-commerce, and 37.6% of the things sold online is sold on Amazon. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be competing with Amazon, let alone the other people that are going to be able to see my products, the products that are winning. They can use sophisticated softwares to see which products are winning and then literally can create their own store. So as you can see here, reason number three is that it has really high competition. All of these three reasons and more are reasons why dropshipping is not the best business model to go ahead and get started with as a beginner. Next is going to be affiliate marketing. Over here, you're selling other people's products and services for commission. So the next business we're going to go ahead and compare is going to be affiliate marketing. And the idea behind affiliate marketing is that, again, you're selling other people's products for a commission percentage. Here's why this isn't the best or ideal business model to get started with. Number one is going to have low margins. You are literally getting a percentage of the price of the product or service that you are advertising. In this example, let's say you're selling someone's clothing. That's $40. Well, if you get paid 10% commission on that, that's only $4 per sale that is attributed to you. So $4 for you to sell a t-shirt that's $40. This doesn't also consider the fact that you need to drive traffic to your affiliate link, because anyone can get an affiliate link, right? But unless you have huge following, you will most likely need to run ads to this product or this service, which again is owned by someone else. For a few dollars, you're going to get this in return depending on the cost of the product or the service. So for the low profit margins, not only are you getting a percentage, but also you're going to need to drive traffic to your affiliate link. And if you don't have a huge following, which you can make a post and organically get people to buy, then you most likely will need to run ads, which again will cost you money, only in return for you to make a small commission percentage. Reason number two why affiliate marketing isn't the best business to get started with is because of lack of control. So you are selling someone else's product and you do not control the quality of the product or the services. And I don't know about you, but personally for me, I wouldn't want to sell something that might be a scam or that is not the quality that the person I'm selling it for is advertising. So again, lack of control because you're simply selling someone else's product, something that you don't personally own yourself. Reason number three why affiliate marketing is not the best business to get started with is that you're working for someone else. So aside from the low profit margins and the lack of control and many other cons that I haven't even listed here, you are working for someone else, selling their product or service and making them rich simply for you to get a percentage of anywhere between 5 all the way to 40% on each sale. So again, you're enriching someone else when you could be creating a business for yourself where you are making all the profits, not making someone else rich. That is affiliate marketing, and those are all the reasons I recommend that you do not start with affiliate marketing as a beginner. Next, let's look at Amazon FBA. And over here, you're buying products in bulk and selling them on Amazon. So the idea behind Amazon FBA is that you're using their platform to sell physical products. Again, on paper, this might seem like a sexy business because you can say that you have products and you're selling them on Amazon and you have your own Amazon store, but it's not the ideal business for beginners to start for all the reasons I'm going to go ahead and list now. The first reason why this is not the best business is because of the startup capital. You are literally buying products in bulk, anywhere between 50 all the way to 1,000 units. This means if your product costs, let's say $50, and you need to buy a minimum of 100 units, you already would need to invest $5,000 simply to get started. This is just simply to buy the products in bulk and ship them to an Amazon warehouse where then you can go ahead and sell them. Reason number two is uncertainty. There isn't a guarantee that you'll be able to sell all these units that you just spent thousands of dollars on. And if you don't sell these products, your inventory will be sitting in a warehouse. Sure, you can go ahead and do your due diligence and buy products that people will most likely buy, but again, this isn't a guarantee. And if you can't sell your products, then you'll be sitting on inventory somewhere in an Amazon warehouse waiting to be sold and no one wants to buy it. So reason number two is a lot of uncertainty. Reason number three is going to be competition. You are not only competing with other sellers who, again, have the same resources as you and can literally sell the same products overnight, but you're also competing with Amazon, who sells their own products. If you guys don't know this, but when a product takes off and lots of people start buying it, Amazon itself starts to buy this product in bulk, like you and other sellers on the platform, okay, and it sells it for an even cheaper price, something referred to as Amazon Basics. If you go on Amazon right now and you search things such as like a yoga mat or dumbbells or anything that people buy a lot of, Amazon is selling its own products as well. Because think about this: if me, you, John, Muhammad, Ali, and all these people are selling products, and people are really buying them, people are showing an interest, what's stopping Amazon from buying it? So again, not only are you competing with other sellers, but you're also competing with Amazon, who can literally get the product for cheaper, sell it for cheaper, and slap their logo on it. Okay, so this is reason number three why you should not start with affiliate marketing and why I don't recommend it is the best business to go ahead and get started with. Assalamu alaikum. Just wanted to go ahead and pop in here and say, if you're watching this video and you are like, you know what, I want to do this. I really want to do this. I want to work with Majid one-on-one, have him help me make this business a reality, then I'm going to go ahead and invite you, click the link below and book a demo call. On this demo call, we're going to go ahead and see if you're a good fit. We'll break down the program in detail and we'll give you a 90-day game plan where you and I are going to work one-on-one to build this business step by step. So if you're watching this video and you're like, I just want to go ahead and do this, book a call with me right now using the link below, or shoot me a message on Instagram, and inshallah ta'ala we'll go ahead and get you started. With that said, let's get back to the video. So now that we have established that starting a marketing agency is the best beginner-friendly business to start compared to all these businesses I just showed you, now let's go ahead and dive into how to actually get started today. So guys, I really want you to pay attention to the next video, because in this video, I'm not going to be holding back on anything. I'm going to literally give you all the secrets to the point where if you watch this video in its entirety and you go ahead and implement the things that I'm telling you, I am certain that you can go ahead and get started with this and land your first handful of clients. So let's get started. Bismillah. Number one is step number one, which is going to be identifying your niche. So the first thing that you need to do is get really crystal clear on who you're going to be helping. You don't want to be the jack of all trades working with anyone who is willing to pay you. You may think that this is better because you'll have more business, but I'm telling you, as someone who's been in the space for 6 years now, 6 years experience, this will only backfire on you, and it will stop you from being able to scale to $10,000 a month and eventually scaling to $100,000 a month. You see, you don't want to be the general contractor that works with anyone who has minor health issues and only charges a few hundreds of dollars. Rather, you want to be the heart surgeon who only works with patients who are having heart problems and get paid thousands of dollars for their services. Okay, do not be the doctor that works with anyone. Don't be the agency that just works with anyone and offers whatever. Be the agency that is very specific, like the heart surgeon who works only with people that have heart problems. And people with heart problems come specifically to him, and they are willing to pay him thousands of dollars because they know that he is a specialized person in one thing and he can solve their problem. You want to be the same thing, okay? So when you choose a niche, you want to consider these 4 questions to identify its viability. Now that you understand the importance of choosing a niche, here are the way that you choose a niche. You just need to answer these 4 questions. First question to choosing a niche is going to be, does this niche offer a service that is $500 or more? Okay, for example, here's a restaurant. Okay, this is an example of what not to do. Restaurant. restaurants, okay? Restaurants charge about $50 a plate, okay? And let's say in 1 month you get the restaurant client that you have $50 a month. Well, that's going to be $2,500. Okay, by the way, guys, niche means the segment in the market. This is the people you're going to be helping. Think chiropractors, restaurants, car dealerships, roofers, HVAC, dental clinics, right? Med spa, so on and so forth. That's what a niche is, okay? In this example, we're using restaurant as a bad example of a niche that you should go after. This is not an ideal example. Okay, remember, we're asking ourselves, does this niche have something that is worth $500 or more? Okay, so if you are working with a restaurant, $50 a plate, you get them 50 clients per month, that comes out to $2,500. Now, if you want to charge your customers, let's say $2,000 a month plus $2,000 in ad spend, restaurants can't make sense of paying you your fee plus ad spend because they would be in the negative. Okay, think about that. If they pay you $2,000 plus they spend $2,000 in ad spend, that's going to be $4,000. The same 50 clients that you gave them is only going to be 2,500. So already they would be in the negative. Now let's flip this on its head and talk about another niche. Well, the same effort working with another niche, like roofing, for example, will result in even higher profits. For example, the average roof repair in the United States costs about $5,000. And let's say you get this roofing business 50 customers per month. Well, 50 customers times 5,000, that comes out to $250,000. So $250,000 for the same 50 clients and the same efforts. Now you see these people can now make sense of paying you 4,000, the 2,000 in ad spend and the 2,000 a month because you would have in return generated them $250,000. So you see the difference between asking yourself this question. Don't work with restaurants or don't work with niches like restaurants that only charge $50, $30. Work with niches that charge over $500. So that way, when you get them enough leads, they can make sense of paying you your fee. So that's the first question you want to ask. The second question you're going to ask is this niche growing and expanding? So the whole idea here is that if you are working with a dying niche, then your agency too will die. Okay, Web3 is a perfect example of this. Justin Bieber spent $1.3 million on a JPEG image of a monkey. That JPEG image is now worth only $2,000. And if there isn't demand for your niche from its customers, then there will be a lack of need for your services. If customers don't want the products that your niche is offering, if customers don't if the niche that you're working with is dying, then again, your agency too will soon cease to exist, okay, and will also die. So question number 2, is this niche growing and or expanding? If the answer is no, stay away from it. If the answer is yes, then definitely continue with it. Third question is going to be, are competitors succeeding in this niche? So are other people like you succeeding in this niche? That's a good thing. So contrary to popular belief, competition is actually a good thing because this indicates a sign of life. Imagine being a fish, picking a pond to live in. You would rather pick a pond with other successful fishes, since this would indicate that the water isn't toxic and that there's plenty of food. Okay, so competition is a good thing because if a lot of people are succeeding in this niche, it means that there's a lot of money to be made in it. So you want to ask yourself, are people succeeding with this niche? If the answer is yes, then that is a good sign because it indicates that this niche actually works, just like I gave you the example of a fish right here. Okay, question number 4 to ask on choosing your niche is, does this niche give your business a plug and play operational structure? So can you deliver the same service variables every single time for this niche? For example, in e-commerce, the niche that I work in, every business is different because it has different products, which requires different testing, different funnels, right? Compared to, let's say, dental clinics, where you can plug and play the same system for every single client. So you want to ask yourself, does this niche have the same plug and play? If you're working with dental clinics, every client, right? A lot of the work is going to be the same. So you can easily replicate the same results, which will allow you to scale faster. But if you're having to recreate the wheel for every single client, then that's not going to be a good sign because it'll take more time and more effort for you compared to that of a plug and play operational structure, like the example that I just gave you. So these are the 4 questions that you're going to go ahead and ask yourself to identify step number 1, which is identifying your niche. Now let's move on to step number 2, which is identifying the problems and the bottlenecks. So guys, you need to understand that these businesses are going to be paying you to solve problems that they have. And if you can't identify their problems and the bottlenecks, then you simply won't be able to craft the popular solutions that your prospects need in order for them to go ahead and sign with you and pay you. So you have to understand, you need to understand the problems and the bottlenecks that the businesses have, because that is exactly what they are going to be paying you thousands of dollars for. So now that leads to asking, well, how do you identify a niche's problems and bottlenecks? Well, you can simply start by asking yourself, what are the challenges and problems that this niche has? Here you can go ahead and plug and play your niche. If it's dental, you can say, what are the challenges and problems that dental clinics have? Now, if you cannot figure out what these problems are, you can leverage ChatGPT to your advantage, okay? And you can go ahead and consider the following script, throw it into ChatGPT to get an idea of what these problems are. Okay, so this script right here basically says that I am a marketing agency working with niche. Please list in detail what the common problems and bottlenecks that this niche has that a marketing agency can solve. List each problem, then provide a detailed bullet point on each problem. So let's actually go ahead and do that because I really want to show you guys and provide you with value to show you how you can find the problems and the bottlenecks. Well, we have AI to our advantage, so we can simply just go to ChatGPT, and once we go in here, we can go ahead and paste this in here, and where it says niche, let's just change it to our niche. So in this case, we're going to say dental clinics. Okay, let's say that is our niche. You would do very much the same thing, and you would go ahead and once you do that, click enter, and you will see ChatGPT is going to give us a list of all the problems that dental clinics have, and we will be able to use that to our advantage. So as you can see here, it's listing out the problems and it's listing out the solutions, and this is exactly how you would find out the problems. Okay, just let AI do the work for you. Now, when it gives you all of this, you want to go ahead and refine it even better, right? You really want to understand, guys, the problems that your clients have, because that is literally why they are paying you. And if you don't understand the problems, number one, it's going to be hard to craft solutions. But number two, it's going to be hard for you to pitch these people because you don't understand their problems and their bottlenecks and their terminology. So as you can see here, it gave me all of these different problems that they have, and it also gave me the solution as well. You would do very much the same thing with your niche. And feel free to reiterate the outputs that ChatGPT provides you to give you a more detailed answer until you have clearly identified the problem that this business has. So you can go in here and you can ask it other questions, and it will go ahead and give you other insights about whatever exactly that you put in here. So maybe you want to say, please give me examples on paid ads as a solution, right? So you can type that and it'll go ahead and take this information that you just gave it and it'll go ahead and give you a different input, okay? So this is what I recommend that you do to identify the problems and the bottlenecks if you do not know them right off your head. Step number 3, guys, is going to be crafting your offer, okay? So your offer is essentially the value that you will provide to the marketplace. This is going to be the services that businesses will be paying you anywhere from $1,000 to $500 all the way to $3,000 a month for, okay? It is the value that you are providing to the marketplace. Your offer, guys, should be based on the previous points, which is the problems and the bottlenecks that businesses have. After all, that is literally why they are paying you, to solve these problems. So when you're crafting your services, make sure it's correlated with the problems and bottlenecks that the businesses have. Now, regardless if you are working with an online business like e-commerce and information product, or if you're working with a physical business like dental clinics or home improvement, your niche will most likely need either more leads or they're going to need more sales. Okay. Now, before you start offering whatever service to your clients, you need to understand the difference between a convenience offer and an opportunity offer. Okay, you want your services to be an opportunity offer because this is where the money is made. Okay, so understand that there's a difference between convenience and opportunity, and that is exactly what we're going to go over right now. You always want to offer an opportunity offer. So, what is the difference between opportunity and convenience offer? Well, for convenience offer, this is basically not a must, but a convenience. It's going to be good to have, but won't break the bank if a business won't break a business from succeeding. So it's good to have, but a business can still succeed without it. These are things such as the following: a beautifully designed website, social media posting and scheduling, or content creation. Okay, so these are examples of convenience offers. They're not going to break the business. A business can still succeed with or without these things. So it's not that there isn't money to be made here. Okay, it's just that these are the things that businesses can essentially still be successful with or without. And the idea here is that we want to offer things that businesses need, or else they will cease to exist. Right? We do not want to offer things that are just convenient. We want to offer things that businesses must have in order for them to succeed. So let's go ahead and look at opportunity offer, okay? Because this is what you should be offering. These are the things that businesses need in order to succeed. Well, an opportunity offer is an option for a business to make more money or get more leads, which translates to more money, Oftentimes, these opportunities are must-haves. A business needs more leads and it needs more sales in order to survive, which is why opportunity offers get paid significantly more than that of a convenience offer. And here's just some examples of opportunity offers. Number one, you have paid ads, you got email marketing, you got SEO, you got CRM and automation workflows. So these are just some of many opportunity offers that you can go ahead and offer. Again, an opportunity offer is an opportunity for a business to make more money, and that's going to be usually more sales or leads. And opportunity offers pay significantly more because it is correlated with a business getting a transformation rather than the simple things like you see here, such as a website, social media posting, content creation, so on and so forth. So that is the difference between convenience and opportunity offer. You want to make sure that you have an opportunity offer. Step number 4 is going to be how much to charge your clients. Well, because you have an opportunity offer, which is going to be directly correlated to a business making more money, you can charge significantly more than a convenience offer, things like social media posting. And although there isn't a one price fits all, here are some pricing structures that you can go ahead and follow based on the services that you provide. So again, this pricing structure and how much to charge is going to be based off of you offering an opportunity offer rather than a convenience offer. The first pricing structure is pretty straightforward, and this is going to be a flat fee. So you can go ahead and charge your clients $1,000 to $3,000 for paid ads, and this is simply going to be for you to offer the services of running paid ads on social media for a business to generate more leads or sales. So for paid ads, you simply charge $1,000 to $3,000 for the art of actually getting them results. Okay. Well, next thing is going to be email marketing. If you're, let's say, doing email marketing here, you can charge anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And this is simply going to be for you to run email marketing campaigns for a business to get more leads or more sales. In the terms of SEO, you can charge anywhere between $1,000 a month all the way to $5,000 a month. And this will simply be for you to optimize a business's website in order for them to rank on the top of search engines, which they will be able to get leads or sales organically. And this right here specifically is going to be dependent on the package that you're selling and the scope of the work. Okay, so these are different pricing structures when it comes to the flat fee and when it comes to different services. The next pricing structure is going to be percentage of revenue. So charging your clients a percentage of the revenue is a really great way to be able to make more money from a single client. This is how I personally was able to scale to 115K in 1 month working with only 5 clients, and that is by charging a percentage of revenue. The idea here is to charge your customers a flat fee plus a percentage of the revenue that you're able to generate them from your marketing efforts. For example, this would look like this. You charge your customers, let's say 10% of revenue, and in 1 month, you're able to generate that business $100,000. $100,000 divided by 10% is going to be $10,000 that they would pay you plus your flat fee. That $100,000 plus your flat fee is going to be what you would get from one client per month. Now, some of you guys might say, well, man, do businesses really going to pay me like this much? And the answer is yes. Businesses pay me this, and businesses pay other people that run an agency this. Because if I ask you right now, like if I came to you and I said, hey, akhi, assalamu alaikum, I will go ahead and generate you $100,000 in 1 month. All you got to do in return is pay me 10%, which is 10,000. Would you say no? Probably not, because that's 90% profit that you will be making on your own, or 90% in revenue that you would be making on your own. So businesses, guys, don't have no issue paying you a percentage of revenue. You just have to be confident in your skills, and you have to be able to show that you can deliver results for them. So that is the second pricing structure and how much to charge, and as a percentage of revenue. The third and final pricing structure is going to be charging per lead. So charging per lead is another great way to generate more revenue from a client in a single month based on the number of leads you're able to generate them in this month. And this works great if you're working with businesses who need more leads for their business. So what does this look like? Let's say you're charging on average $100 per lead, and you get a customer 30 leads in 1 month. Well, $100 times 30 leads, that's gonna come out to $3,000 a month. Okay, and imagine if this is 200, right? And imagine if this is 50 leads. You can see how charging pay per lead can start helping you generate more money from one single client. And you can also charge a flat fee here, right? If you decide to charge a flat fee like we do, we charge a flat fee plus a percentage of revenue. You can do the same thing. You can do a flat fee plus pay per lead. So that is how you go ahead and price your services and how much you should go ahead and charge. Now let's move into what is arguably one of the most important steps, which is step number 5, and that is ensuring that you can deliver great results for your clients. So as we have established, businesses pay you to solve problems for them, which is going to be generating more leads or generating more sales. So you need to make sure that you can ensure that you can deliver great results for your clients. And here are the two options that we have to make sure that we ensure great results for our clients. This is what they're paying you for. This is one of the most important things, is making sure you can get them great results, because that is why they're paying you for. Well, option number 1 is going to be to master the art of service delivery. Now, this right here can take you months, if not years, okay? And it will require real-time practice. For example, you're going to need an ad account that you can like start spending money on, start testing things to see what's working, what's not. And you don't want those tests to be your clients, right? You don't want to be testing on your clients who are paying you thousands of dollars and also spending thousands of dollars in ad spend. So this is number 1, and as you can see here, it is not the ideal option to go with. The second option is going to be the ideal option to go with, and it's exactly why people that are coming into this business as complete newbies are able to find success, and that is to leverage the contractor arbitrage model. And the whole idea here is that you are hiring someone who is far more experienced than you at your current skill level to go ahead and deliver the results for your clients. Now, this will not only free up your time to be able to hang out with your family, to be able to focus on sales, to be able to focus on operations, but it will also ensure that you can deliver your clients great results. So the contractor arbitrage is the best model that I recommend you do when it comes to ensuring great results. And I want to go ahead and explain it to you in a bit more detail. So contractor arbitrage model, what is this? Well, think about it. Companies like Uber, Lyft, Expedia, and Kayak, they all use this business model, okay? Billion-dollar companies using the same business model, and we can take a page out of their playbook. For example, Uber and Lyft, they don't own any cars. All they do is they connect passengers to drivers, right? Kayak and Expedia, they don't own any hotels or airlines. All they do is they connect passengers to airlines and or to hotels. All of these businesses solve their customers' problem by connecting them to the solution. We can use the same exact business model to not only ensure great results, but to also free up our time to be able to focus on more important things like sales and operations. And either way, you're going to need to hire someone within your agency. So you might as well do it right now, early on, when the stakes are high. That said, you want to hire someone from a country where the average salary is $200 to $500 a month. Think like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Yemen, Turkey, Brazil, right? These are countries that it's if you pay someone like on average, their salaries are anywhere between 2 to 500. So imagine you find someone and you pay him that just for one ad account, right? For example, that would look like this: client pays you, let's say, $2,000 a month. You go ahead and pay your contractor $300 per ad account, meaning per client, which leaves you with about $1,700 a month in profit. So now that we have went over how to ensure great results by using the contractor arbitrage model, which will allow you as a complete beginner to go ahead and get started with this business and ensure great results even if you're a complete beginner. Now that we went over that, let's go over where to find this talent, okay? And that is going to lead us to step number 6. So there are a few places to find some of the best talent in the world, and these are the same exact places that I personally hire from when looking and placing for talent in our partners' agencies. So this is the exact process that I use to place talent for the brothers in our program, and you're going to know how to do it step by step. The first place is going to be onlinejobs.ph. Now, this is a job board that is specific to the Philippines. Onlinejobs.ph is a place that not many online quote unquote gurus talk about because they don't want to tell you where they're getting this talent from. But again, I'm just going to be here and be transparent with you. This is probably one of the best places that I personally have to find talent. And the reason being is because this is specific to people in the Philippines, meaning that the only people that can create an account are people that are in the Philippines. They get vetted. They have to upload their ID. They have to really go through a process to vet that they are who they are and that they live in the Philippines. And from my experience, some of the best people that I've hired are people that live in the Philippines. And that's because these people just want a opportunity where they can make enough money to be able to take care of their families. They're usually really hardworking people and they're usually really honest, okay? So onlinejobs.ph would be the first place that I would go ahead and look for any talent that I need, whether it be a media buyer, video editor, graphic designer, whatsoever, okay? The second place is going to be Facebook groups. So Facebook groups is a really great place to find talent. And what you want to do is you want to, let's say you're looking for a media buyer, simply go into Facebook and search media buyer or Facebook ad specialist and hit enter. Once you hit enter, you want to filter by groups. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a bunch of groups that are specific to media buyers and Facebook ad specialists. You can go ahead and join those groups. Some of them might be private. You might have to join and wait a day or so to actually get accepted. But once you do get accepted, you can simply go in there and make a post and tell people that you're looking for a media buyer, right? And most likely you will get a handful of people who are media buyers who've been doing this for many years and would be interested in taking you on, taking your opportunity on that you present to them. Okay. The last place is going to be Fiverr, and similar to Upwork, which is another job board, you can find any talent on here. Now, Fiverr is good, but it's not like my number one option. Okay. And the reason that is because it's good if you want to go ahead and look for someone, let's say, to do your logo one time or create, one design for you one time. It's not good to take someone out of the call and have them work in your own agency, because Fiverr makes it really hard to do that. They want you to keep all the communication within their platform, and they want to basically have you pay these guys per job, right? Rather than you hiring them as a contractor to work in your agency. That said, there's still a workaround around this, okay? And the way you can do this, let's say you find someone and you want to get their contact info so that you can contact them outside of Fiverr. One way that I found out was that you can literally basically open up a document. In that document, write, hey, give me your email so I can contact you outside of Fiverr. You send this link to them inside of Fiverr, and then they see it, they enter their email, and now you have their contact information. But if you try to ask them within Fiverr itself and say, hey, give me your contact info, or here's my WhatsApp number, or here's my email, right away, Fiverr is going to block that message. They won't be able to see it. And if you do it numerous times, it will go ahead and disable your profile, because their term of services that you can't communicate with people outside of Fiverr. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are discreet here when you're trying to get the contact information of the person that you are trying to work with. So that is Fiverr and Upwork. Again, it's not the number one option, but there is some really great talent on there. So this is where you go ahead and you find the talent. Now let's go over how to vet the talent, because we want to make sure that each person that we are hiring is someone who actually understands what they are doing. So there's going to be specific questions that you need to ask when you vet your media buyer, and you can check out the questionnaire below. The is going to be linked down below. Okay, this is the questionnaire that I use. Show you guys what that looks like right here, and we use this questionnaire to vet the media buyers, just to get an idea of who they are, their past work, so on and so forth. This is going to be linked down below. Feel free to get access to it, but also feel free to add your own questions that you might want to know. Okay, and to do this, you're going to want to use Google Forms. So if you go into Google and create a form, you'll be able to create an intake form, which you'll be able to send to potential prospects. You can go ahead and use these questions as each question. You send them the form, and then they're able to fill out the form, and you'll be able to get a list of all the people who filled it out based on their answers and everything that you ask them. Okay, so that is how you vet them. You want to ask specific questions. Refer to that questionnaire link down below should you need to use it. Step number 8 is going to be compensating the talent. Now that we have vetted them, and let's say we found that they're a good fit, how much do we go ahead and pay them? That's exactly what we're going to go over here. Well, you see, the reason that we want to hire from a quote unquote third world country is because you can pay a competitive salary while at the same time provide a good opportunity for someone else better than what their country can provide them. Okay, if you're hiring from these places like the Philippines, India, Bangladesh, you can, pay them significantly less than what you would pay someone in, let's say, the US or the UK. So that's good for you. And at the same time, it's good for the person that you're hiring, because whatever you're going to be paying them is going to be so much more than what the average job or what the average salary is inside of their country. Okay, so it's a win-win situation for both of you guys. And since your first hire is going to be a media buyer, an ideal pricing structure that you can use within your agency is anywhere between $200 to $500 per ad account. Okay, that's like very ideal. Okay, so per ad account means per client. Let's say you have 5 clients and each one has their own ad account. Well, then that would be 2 to 500 per ad account. I think that's an ideal pricing, which is good for you, but also it's good for the individual that you're hiring, because that is already an average salary, right, for just one person worth of work, right? One ad account, which shouldn't take no more than 1 to 2 hours a day. Okay, so this is how much you compensate, and again, this is assuming that you're hiring from these types of countries where the salary is much cheaper. Now, the next step is going to be how to onboard your contractors. Now that you know how to pay them and you vetted them and you found out all these things, how do you onboard them? Well, when onboarding contractors, in this case, a media buyer to your agency, you need to give them access to your Facebook Business Manager. Okay. Your Facebook Business Manager is going to be where you will be running ads for your clients. So when you get a client, they're going to give you access to their business manager, right? They'll give you access. Then let's say you have 5 clients. Every client will give you access to their ads manager. So then you can go inside your ads manager and you'll see all the 5 clients in there. Okay. And now you need to give access to your contractor. That way, whatever account is inside your own business manager, they too will have access to that account, which will allow them to go ahead and run the ads. This way, when you get clients, again, they will be in your ecosystem, the media buyer, and they'll be able to run ads for your clients. And if you're like, I don't understand what this business manager is and how to do it, you can simply just go to YouTube and search how to add user to business manager, and you will get a detailed video on exactly how you can do that. It's really not complicated, but again, if you need more details on this, just go to YouTube and search how to add user to business manager. Okay. And for communication, guys, I recommend that you use Slack. Slack is like WhatsApp, but for business. So to communicate with your clients, don't use email, don't use WhatsApp, don't use Telegram. Use Slack. This is where you will be communicating with your team along with your clients. Okay. So now that we went ahead and went over how to onboard, let's go ahead and talk about building the site. Okay. So assuming that you are working with local businesses and you are offering, let's say, lead generation as a service, I would highly, highly recommend that you guys use Go High Level. Okay. Go High Level is an all-in-one software which you will be able to white label as your own SaaS, software as business. And you can offer this as a service anywhere between $500 a month to manage it, but then a $2,000 to $5,000 one-time setup fee. Okay, think about this, guys, right? Go High Level is an all-in-one software. It's a CRM that allows you to manage all these leads with automations and workflows and all these different complex automations that you can do for a business. Most of these businesses that you're working with, local businesses, they don't have the digital infrastructure built out. They're probably still using pen and paper. They probably don't have a way to follow up with the prospects. They probably don't have an email system, an SMS system. Well, guess what? Go High Level allows you to white label their software as your own. So you can literally have your own logo and your own name on there, and you can sell this to your customers for a one-time setup fee or also for a monthly management fee. Okay, this is a really, 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 really powerful tool. All the brothers in our programs use it and they're able to resell it, right, as a software for their customers and also charge a monthly fee for it. Okay, now if you want, okay, guys, if you want to have my team build out your entire Go High Level website, including the web design and the workflow, message me on Instagram and I will be more than happy to get you connected to our team to absolutely do this free of charge. Okay, so we won't charge you nothing. We will build out your entire Go High Level from A to Z, including the automations and workflow free of charge. Okay, if you want that, message me on Instagram. Just know that it's going to be first come, first serve because I can only do this for a certain amount of people. So if this video gets 1 million views, which I doubt it, but let's say, 50 people message me, I wouldn't be able to do it for 50 people. So maybe we can do like the first 10 to 15 people max. So message me on Instagram if you want your Go High Level website built out, including the design and the workflow. Okay. So that is going to be building out your site. I highly recommend Go High Level for all the reasons that I just listed here. The fact that you can resell it to your customers and white label it to your name, and the fact that they need this. They need their digital infrastructure built out, and Go High Level allows you to do that. So now let's go over step 11, which is social proof. Okay, so now that you have your site, you need social proof to increase conversion rate. One of the things that I recommend you do and have on your site is going to be social proof. When you get on a call with prospects, they're going to want to see if you have been able to do this for other businesses like them. Well, one of the other reasons that we use a contractor arbitrage model is to also be able to leverage the case studies of our contractors. So remember the contractor arbitrage model where we are finding people who have been doing this for many years, have generated millions of dollars, and have the case studies. One of the other reasons why we use that model is so that we can use these case studies and leverage them on our website for social proof. Now, I personally think this is 100% ethical, only if the person who generated those leads and those results is going to be the same exact person who will be running ads for your clients. Okay, and if you are stealing screenshots or using someone else's screenshots who isn't on your team, then this is 100% not ethical. So if you're hiring someone and they have generated results and you use this as social proof on your website, because that same person who generated these social proof, who generated these results, is going to be the same person running ads for your clients, and that's okay because this is part of your team and he's going to be generating the results. But if you're stealing case studies from other people and you're claiming that they are yours, and that person that generated them is not on your team or is not the one generating results, then I personally don't think that is ethical and you shouldn't do that, okay? But if you want to do it the right way and increase social proof, use the contractor arbitrage model as we have mentioned and leverage the case studies that your team member, your contractor who's on your team now is going to have. You'll be able to use that on your website to let people know that you as an organization can actually deliver results. So that is step 11, which is social proof. Now let's talk about step 12, which is client acquisition. Okay, now you're going to need to get in front of your ideal customers and pitch them your services. And this is going to be the art of booking meetings with your potential clients who will pay you for your services. Okay, the art of getting meetings booked consistently and predictably. You'll need to build out your client acquisition system that books you meetings consistently and predictably. That is the whole point of client acquisition, is now you have set all these things up. You got to get in front of your ideal clients. And if you don't get in front of your ideal clients, then no one is going to buy from you. Okay, then everything that we would have did to this point is pointless. Okay, so how do you go ahead and do this? Okay, well, in my consulting agency, we implement for our partners up to 5 client acquisition systems. And I'll go over each and every single one of them right now. Now, honestly, you really just need one of these client acquisition systems in place in order to hit $10,000 a month. So my advice to you is choose one of them and go all in on it. Okay, you really just need one. Again, in our consulting agency, we implement up to 5 for our partners, but you really just need one and you need to go all in on it and be consistent. Now, these are going to be explained from the most effective, or in other words, what I would recommend you start with first, to the least effective, or what would take you longer or would be harder to book meetings. Okay, so they're going to be in order of most effective to least effective, or to what would take you longer. First one is going to be paid ads. Now, regardless if you are working, regardless who you're working with, if it's local, if it's online, if it's Cairo or dental or whatever the case may be, paid ads is going to be the most effective form of client acquisition. This will not only allow you to book meetings in the fastest way possible compared to other systems, but will always be coming to you than you going to them. Clients will always be going to you instead of you going to them. This is why paid ads is so important and so effective, right? Because people are going to be coming to you, then you go into them. The way this would look like is that you're going to run an ad. Prospect opts into a form, right? They fill out their information, then they book a call, then you conduct the call, and then you close the deal. That's what that would look like. Now, this form of client acquisition system is going to require the following. You're going to need $20 to $50 a day in ad spend, budgeted for 30 days, which will be about $900 to $1,500. Now, this does not mean that if you're spending, let's say, $50 a day for 30 days, after this, you're going to land a client. You might land a client within the first few days of running the ads, right? You might land 3 clients within the first few days of running the ads. In that 30-day, you might generate 100 leads and land 5 clients, right? The whole point is, if you're going to do paid ads, you should at least budget for 30 days. So that way you have that blocked off and you're going to spend this money for 30 days to generate results for your agency, right? To generate leads and generate clients. Now, if you are doing this the right way, you should spend about 1,500 and be able to get at least 20 leads and at least close 1 to 3 clients, okay? But if you're not doing it right, then that's a different story, right? Or if you're not conducting the sales calls right. But ideally, the partners that we see that run ads, if they spend this amount of money, they're going to get a handful of leads and they're going to get at least 1 to 3 clients, okay? Now, the second thing you're going to need is expertise to running the ads. So in order for you to run ads for your agency, you need to have the expertise. Well, guess what? Because you're using the contractor arbitrage model, you have a contractor who knows how to do this. So you can go ahead and delegate the services to him. So this is going to be the first client acquisition, is going to be paid ads. The second thing is going to be email marketing. Okay, now email marketing is an effective way to get meetings booked with your ideal clients. And at Agency Protocols, we implement a completely done for you email marketing system in our partners agencies and hire a copywriter who acts as an executive assistant to handle the email outreach. So we go ahead and implement this system for our partners in their agency, and then we hire a copywriter who acts as an executive assistant to be in there managing the email outreach and managing the system as a whole. And our partners, their only job is to get on sales calls and close the deal, right? We've set it up to where their job is simply just to get on the calls that are being booked and close the deal. And ideally, here you should be sending anywhere between 500 to 1,500 emails a day, which, as you can see, why we delegate the service as well, because we want our partners to focus on just getting on sales calls and becoming good at sales, because there's a lot of work that goes into this. Okay, now here's how you too can do the same, right? Same thing we're doing for our partners in our consulting program. Here's how you can do the same. First, you're going to use Apollo for lead sourcing. So Apollo.io is what you're going to use to actually go ahead and scrape the leads, right, for the businesses that you're outreaching to, whatever your niche is. Then you're going to use clay.com for personalized email outreach. So when you're doing outreach, you want your outreach to be personalized. And if you're doing 500 to 1,500 a day, you can imagine it'll take you so many hours to personalize each email. Well, we use clay.com to go ahead and personalize our outreach. Then you can use instantly.ai for email automation and CRM database management. So instantly.ai is going to be the software that will be sending out these emails, right? At the same time, it will be a CRM database, which will show you how many emails are open, how many are, went to spam, how many people replied, so on and so forth. Okay. Lastly, you can go ahead and hire a copywriter, and here you can use the same exact protocol that we discussed when it comes to finding the talent in those 3 different places that we explained just a few minutes ago. So hire a copywriter, and when it comes to paying the copywriter, I recommend about $20 to $50 per lead or per showed up person to the call, not per close. So when you're charging, when you're paying your copywriter, either have it be per lead, means how many leads he generates you, or per people that show up to the call. Okay. You shouldn't make it per close. You shouldn't say, I'm going to pay you for every customer that I close. And I'll tell you why, because the copywriter can do his job and get you the leads. But if you're bad at sales, then that's not his fault, right? If you are bad at sales, it's not his fault. He did his job and already got you the leads. It's on your end to go ahead and close them. And if you're not doing, the best when it comes to sales, that's not a referendum on him. So I don't recommend per close because it wouldn't be unfair to them. I recommend per showed up call or per lead. Okay. So that is email marketing and how you can go ahead and use that for your client acquisition system. The next is going to be cold calling. Now, cold calling is really slept on. I know many people think that this is outdated and that it does not work. And I can tell you firsthand that we have partners in our program who are booking many meetings per month from cold calling. Okay. And you can go ahead and find the exact script that our partners use in the description of this video, along with the same tracker that we provide them to track their metrics. Both of those guys are going to be linked down below if you need them. Again, the script along with the tracker. And again, most people say this is outdated, this doesn't work. And I'll tell you right now, we have partners that are following the script, that are consistently dialing, and that are, going out there, showing up, and making calls every day, and they are booking meetings. So it's not outdated. It actually does work. Okay. You just have to follow a system, right? You have to follow a proven system. You have to have someone just give you an idea on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. At the end of the day, people, it's not outdated because you're selling people a service. If those people can see the value in the service that you're selling, whether you call them or email them or show them an ad is irrelevant. The whole idea is, do they need the solution to these problems, and are you articulating it to them in an effective way? If the answer is yes, then the medium of how they receive the message is irrelevant, right? What's important is what is the message they received, and do they see the value in what you have to provide? Okay, so don't give me this like BS of like cold calling is dead, cold calling is this, is that. It's like, no, I think it's a you problem rather than the method problem. Okay, there's many people that are generating millions of dollars, thousands of dollars per month, right? And some even millions of dollars from simply cold calling. Okay. So ideally, cold calling works if you're working with businesses who are expecting their customers to call them. Okay, this works for businesses who are expecting their customers to call them. Think like dental clinics, chiropractors, window replacement, home improvement companies, construction, so on and so forth. This does not work for online businesses like coaches, consultants, or e-commerce brands. So if you're calling an e-commerce brand, they don't even have a phone number, most of them, because all of their business is conducted online. But if you're talking about dental clinics, well, these guys have a phone number because people call them. Same thing with chiropractors, same thing with construction companies, so on and so forth. So this works great ideally for businesses who expect their customers to call them. And a couple things here is that you want to aim for 30 to 100 calls a day. You want to be consistent with this, guys. You have to be consistent when you're doing the cold calling, okay? You want to use a tracker to keep the metrics of your call. So use the tracker link down below to keep metrics of all the calls that you're taking. And you want to use a script to effectively execute a calls. Okay. So you should have a script that you can use as a baseline. Okay. And as you make more calls, as you see what's working and what's not, you can go ahead and adjust the script. But you should have a script so that you can go ahead and effectively execute these calls. Okay. Next, client acquisition is going to be LinkedIn prospecting. Now, LinkedIn prospecting works great if your audience is active on LinkedIn. Think lawyers, CEOs, working professionals, and similar to email outreach, you can do this yourself, but it makes sense to delegate the service to a VA and pay them for every lead or person who shows up to the call. So again, LinkedIn works really great for your audience who are active on there, like lawyers and CEOs. For example, like a blue collar worker, like let's say a home improvement guy that has like two workers, he's probably not going to be on there, right? Or let's say, your local plumber, he's probably not going to be active on LinkedIn. But if you took a look at CEOs, lawyers, like working professionals, those guys are going to be active on there. And again, this works great if your audience is within that niche. And here, again, I wouldn't recommend you do it yourself. I'd rather recommend you delegate the services to a VA, someone like who you can pay $3 an hour, or someone who you can pay per lead or per showed up call. Okay. The next in client acquisition is going to be Instagram and Facebook DMs. Now, Instagram and Facebook DMs works great if you're working with a niche that is active on social media, like e-commerce brands, for example. Now, for partners at Agency Protocols, we implement an entire outreach system for them and then place a $3 an hour VA who is trained on the system and the outreach protocol. Okay. The one thing you need to make sure here is that you have an optimized profile. If your Instagram is not optimized or worse yet set to private, then you're going to be wasting your time with outreach because people will look at your Instagram that is private with 0 followers and 0 posts and they will think of it as a scam. Okay, so you have to make sure, guys, that your profile is optimized if you are going to do this method. And as I mentioned here, for our partners, we implement an entire system with a tracker that tracks everything. And we place in their agency someone who's trained on their system, a $3 an hour VA, to go ahead and manage the outreach. So that way, all they got to focus on is the sales. If you do this yourself, that's totally fine. Just please do yourself a favor and don't waste your time doing this if your profile is private, if you have 0 followers, or if you have 0 posts. You need to make sure that your profile is private. Go ahead and show you an example of a great optimized profile here on my Instagram. If we take a look here, you can see within the reels, every reel that you see here shows case studies of results that were generated. Okay. If you play the video, for example, let's say we play this video right here, you can see this is real time. As you can see, the results in real time will show, and this is social proof. It shows people that yes, we can generate results for our clients. Okay, you should have to well optimize Instagram if you are going to go ahead and do this. Okay, and again, this method alone is what allowed me to scale my agency to over $115,000 a month. And again, you can look at my Instagram to see this prospecting method. I was able to scale $115,000 a month, all from Instagram and Facebook outreach. When I was doing Instagram and Facebook outreach, well, Instagram in particular, I used the same exact outreach. I had a $3 an hour VA, and they would send messages to people who are my ideal prospects. And again, we have an entire system on it A to Z. If you'd like me to record a separate video on that, I'm more than happy to go ahead and explain it. But this is really effective, and it's only really effective if your profile is optimized. Now, the last form of client acquisition that we're going to go over here, this is going to be the sixth one on how you can go ahead and start getting clients, okay? And that is going to be community prospecting. So prospecting in communities is an effective way to get access to your ideal clients. Imagine this. Imagine a community of real estate agents, all who have the same problem of not being able to attract more leads for their business. And let's say this is what you offer, right? You offer to help businesses, in this case, real estate agents, generate more leads. Well, if you come into this community and you provide them with value in how they can and how you can help them achieve this desired outcome, then you've struck gold. Think about that, right? All these people have this problem and they're all in one group and you have the solution. It's like hitting gold. It's like finding a pond, right, full of salmon fish, and you just need to throw your bait and give them what they want. Okay. Now, depending on your niche, you can find these communities inside of Facebook groups or school. So whatever your niche is, maybe there isn't a group for every niche. Some will have more groups, some will have very few, some will have none. But depending on your niche, you can go to Facebook and search by groups, or you can go to school.com and you'll find communities in there. Okay, so that is the step 12, which is how to find customers, how to get in front of your customers. I gave you 6 different examples: community prospecting, Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn prospecting, cold calling, email marketing, and paid ads. Now that we have went ahead and gave you an overview of exactly how you can get in front of your ideal clients for them to book meetings with you, let's go over one of the most important things, which is going to be sales. Now you know how to get in front of your customers, they're booking calls with you. Now you got to get good at sales. Well, this right here is probably the one skill that you will need to master and get really good at if you follow the way we have laid this out. 90% of your time running an agency is going to be sales, and 10% is going to be managing operations and being a leader to your team and to your clients. So if you follow everything that I've mentioned in this video, okay, 90% of your time is going to be focused on sales. And this is going to be the one skill that you have to master. This is the one skill that you can't just delegate to someone else. You have to master it, okay, because it is going to be literally the one thing that you'll be doing day in and day out within your agency. You don't want to waste time on your valuable time as a business owner on tedious tasks like service delivery or outreach or anything like that, right? You want to focus your energy on the biggest lever that you can pull, which is sales and leadership. Okay, focus all of your energy. Outreach is good, right? If you have no one to do the outreach for you, outreach is good because you have to get people interested in your service before you can get on a call with them. But if you have someone to do the outreach, then the number one thing should be sales and leadership, making sure that you are closing deals and then being a leader to yourself, to your team, and your customers. Now it begs to ask a question. Well, how do you get good at sales and how do you master it? Well, the simple answer is this, okay? Follow a framework and get your reps in. Once you have a proven script, which I can go ahead and send you guys our internal script, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'm more than happy to send it. It's literally the same script that we've used to generate millions of dollars. Happy to go ahead and share that with you guys. Shoot me a message on Instagram. But the first thing is you need to follow a framework, okay? And start getting your reps in. Okay, once you have a proven script, you need to not only approach each call with the intention of closing the deal, but approach each call with the intention of truly wanting to help someone achieve the desired outcome that they're looking for. This was a huge paradigm shift for me. Okay, when I started switching my mindset to getting on a call and just closing the deal, right? To instead getting on the call and truly trying to help this person achieve the desired outcome and make the right decision, I significantly started closing more deals, right? Because if you think about it, people would be willing to go ahead and pay you for your services, okay? They just want to make sure that number one, you can deliver great results for them, but number two, that you have their best interest. And if you're getting on the call just to simply close the deal, but rather than help them achieve a desired outcome, then it's going to be harder for you to actually close more deals because people are going to go to people that they can trust and people that they can relate to. Okay. So this is not only the moral thing to do as a Muslim or even as a human being, but it will also translate on the call, and prospects will know if you have their best interest at heart or again if you're just seeing them as another transaction. Remember, people don't have an issue paying to get their problem solved. They just want to make sure that you have their best interest and that you are someone who can actually deliver on your promise. People do not have a problem to pay. What people want to make sure is that you have their best interest and that you can deliver on your promises. Okay, so this is how you're going to go ahead and master sales. But what are some other ways that you can master sales? Okay, well, the first one is you can record all your calls. Okay, record your calls. This is really important. And the best way to get better is by looking back at yourself from a third person perspective and carefully auditing your own sales calls, focusing on what you did right and what you did wrong. Okay, it's a really great idea sometimes to look at ourselves from a different perspective. Oftentimes we're in our head and we never really have recorded ourselves and looked at how we talk, the things that we say, how we move our body language. It's really important to do this, guys, because it'll give you a whole different perspective and you'll start seeing things from a completely different perspective. The second way you can get good at these calls is to have someone else audit your calls. And at Agency Protocols, I audit our partners' calls to help them get better at this one crucial skill that they need to master. Okay, I literally sit with them and I audit their calls and I show them step by step what they did wrong, what they did right, and what they can do better. Now, at this point, I have taken over 1,000 sales calls, and I'd like to believe that I know a thing or two when it comes to sales. And if you can do this, then I highly recommend it. If you can get on a call with someone who's really good at sales or has did sales for a while, and you can have them audit their calls for you, then that's great. Okay, I highly recommend it because obviously, if they did it so many times, then at this point they know a thing or two compared to someone who is just starting out. Just another reminder to let you know that you can book a demo call using the link below where you and I are going to get on a call, see if you're a good fit, and inshallah ta'ala get you started on this journey where you and I are going to work one-on-one to make this business a reality. The next thing is I recommend that you use Fathom to record your calls. It's absolutely free, and I'm going to go ahead and link it down in the description. This will allow you to record your calls for free, but it'll also allow you to get a breakdown of the entire conversation, summary with timestamps and everything. Okay, so that's going to be the second way that you can get good at sales. Another way is having the right intentions, guys, right? So just have the right intentions, right? in Islam, it says, إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Have the right intentions before you start anything, okay? And as we have established, if you have the right intention, you will inevitably close deals. Not everyone is going to buy from you, but people will buy from you, okay? So not everyone is going to buy from you, but people will buy from you eventually, right? If you have the right intentions. So keep your intentions pure, practice, and then put your trust in Allah, right? All you can do is put your trust in Allah and then show up and take action every day. And I promise that if you do that, put your trust in Allah, have pure intention, and actually take action every single day, that's inevitable that you will close deals, and it's inevitable that you will get better at sales, and it's inevitable that you're going to reach whatever goal that you have set for yourself. Okay. The next way to get better at sales is to watch sales videos. Okay. There are many great sales videos that can help you improve your sales skills, especially as a beginner. You know, some people you can look at is Daniel G. Right. You have Grant Cardone has some great videos. Jordan Belford, right? Andy Elliott, all these people have some really great resources online for free that, you know, if you're a complete beginner, I think will help you get better at this. And as you guys can see, these are all things that we're mentioning to get better at sales. Why? Because it is truly the number one skill that you need to get good at in order to make more money. Okay, it's the one skill that you need to master, because not just in our business, but in our day-to-day life, we're always selling something, right? We're selling ourselves to our children, to our wives, to our husbands, to, you know, everybody in life, right? We're always selling. And in business, it's one of the most important skills, because if you can't get people to buy into your vision, if you can't get people to buy the services that you're offering, if you can't get people to buy into your idea, then it's going to be hard to make money in the world of business. Okay. The next thing is going to be read sales books. So books are a great way to master sales. And there are some, here are some of my top 4 books that I recommend. These are personally books that I've read. I'm pretty sure there's other books out there that are even better, but these are some that I would recommend to you based on what I've read. Never Split the Difference by Christopher Voss. This is a really great book. The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy, another really great one. Start with Why by Simon Sink, really great book. And also check out Simon Sink's channel. He has some really great content online and a lot of great interviews as well. And then The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort is a great sales guy too. He's did a lot of bad things in his life, but I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at what I can learn from him from a sales perspective. So this is how to go ahead and get better at sales. Okay, read the books, watch the sales videos, have the right intentions, and record your sales calls. Okay. Now the next thing I want to go over is handling objections, because inevitably, guys, you're gonna have people who are gonna give you objections. When you get on sales calls, you're gonna have people who are gonna say this and say that, and they don't want to buy because of this. So you have to be ready to handle objections. And the best way to overcome anything is to prepare for it. If you know something is coming, you can prepare for it, so that you're not, and so that you're not like a deer, right, with its eyes, with a deer with his eyes caught in the, what is it? There's a term for it, right? You know, when you're driving at night, um, a deer with his eyes caught in the headlight, right? You're driving at night and a deer jumps in front of you and it just like looks at you and just stops there, right? You don't want to be that. Okay. You want to be prepared for it. Okay. So not everyone is going to buy from you, and not everyone who buys from you will buy right away without any objections. Okay. So let's just repeat that again. Not everyone is going to buy from you, and not everyone who buys from you will buy right away without any objections. You inevitably will have objections when on sales calls. So it's good to plan for them, and instead of being blindsided. Plan for it instead of being blindsided. And here are going to be some common objections that you're probably going to have, and exactly how you can handle them. These are just some that I've seen, and some that you too might have. First one is going to be, oh, well, I need to think about it, right? People are going to tell you, I need to think about it. I'll tell you right now, if someone tells you they need to think about it, it's most likely that they don't need to think about it. They just need to give themselves another excuse to actually not take action right now, right? Most of the time, it's like that. It's a way to like defer something. Think about it, right? So my response when someone says I need to think about it is I say, got it. Well, what exactly do you need to think through? I'm happy to go ahead and help you process the decision together to make sure that you make the right move, right? So if someone tells me I got to think about it, I'm like, well, what is it exactly that you have to think about? Maybe we can talk about it and I can help you make a better decision. It's like very simple. What I'm telling them is very simple and very honest. Now, then answer the question openly and honestly, and restate the price and offer a split difference. So once they tell you this, they might say, oh, well, I'm thinking maybe this will might work, maybe this might not work. You can go ahead and answer the question that they have honestly, right? And then reiterate your price and ask them again to move forward. Okay. So this is how you reply to someone if they say I don't need to think about it. Some people might say, well, this is not the right time. Okay. And this is good, right? Maybe it's not the right time. Well, you can say, got it. Well, what is your timeline? When can we set up a following call? So people generally probably is just not the right time for them. And that's totally fine. Just make sure that you set a date where you can follow up with them when it is the right time. Okay. Now, some people might tell you, this is out of my budget, right? Might tell you, well, what you're charging is honestly too expensive for me. It's out of my budget. Well, a reply you can say is, got it. Well, as you've seen here, we're only here to help you solve problems for you. It's less about our rate and far more about whether you feel like it's worth going from X current situation to X desired outcome. Am I correct? So what are we saying here? What we're saying here is that when someone said it's out of my budget, especially guys, you got to think, right? You're going to be working with businesses, okay? And businesses have money to invest in what they need, okay? It's not like you're working with like everyday people who don't have anything going on for themselves, right? You're dealing with businesses who things happen and then they end up spending $5,000 to fix that problem. So I'm pretty sure most businesses you talk to actually have money to invest in getting more leads or more sales. Okay. So when they tell you out of the budget, like they tell you that, right? Maybe it is, but most likely it's not. They know that they can invest more money and they can get that money to invest in their business. Because I'll tell you right now, if their business came down to having to shut down, they're going to go find the money to invest so that their business doesn't shut down. That's a guarantee. They're not just going to let their business fall. Okay. So usually when people tell you it's out of their budget, it's really just like a red herring, right? So here, what I tell people is like, well, it's as you've seen, we're here to help solve the problem that you have. And by the way, this makes a lot of sense if you go through our script. If you're going through our script or we highlight the problems and all that, that will make a lot more sense because you have to highlight the problems before getting to this point. But you tell them it's less about our rate. So it's less about how much we're charging you. And it's far more about if you are looking to go from your current situation. So let's say right now they're focusing on or they're relying on word of mouth to getting consistent leads per month. Look at that. Isn't that like it's very true, right? Imagine someone I'm pitching someone 1,500 for my paid ad services. I'm telling them it's less about the 1,500 that I'm going to charge you, and it's far more about going from having to rely on word of mouth to being able to generate 30 leads every single month. Am I correct? And the answer is most likely going to be yes. Because if you put it that way to them and let them know that what they're currently facing right now is that they're relying on word of mouth, and where they want to get to is a place where they can go ahead and get meetings booked consistently and predictably, get leads consistently and predictably, then it's not about the 1,500 that we're trying to charge them, but it's more so about this transformation that they are looking to get. When you reword it that way for them, now they can make sense of the 1,500. But before, they're just thinking 1,500, I have to pay this guy, but they're not thinking about what is the outcome of that, right? So whenever someone says it's out of my budget, I always try to flip it on its head and really show them that it's not about the amount that they're going to be paying us. It's about the transformation that they're going to get. And oftentimes people will really be like, yep, this is true, and they'll move forward. Okay. And now that we have gotten to this point of the video, if you are still watching, I want to congratulate you, mashallah, for continuing to watch this video. I truly believe that now you can take whatever information that you learned here and actually go ahead and apply it. My pure intentions was to give you everything to the point where you can literally finish this video and actually go take action and make this work. Okay. That said, let's go ahead and talk about getting started. Okay. Which is going to be the last step, step number 14. So again, I believe that this video is comprehensive enough in order for you to be able to take the information that you have learned here and put it into action. And I've tried my best to not keep any information away from you. Okay. And if you have any questions, because maybe I missed something or maybe you need me to elaborate on something, go ahead and drop it in the comments, or better yet, DM me on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to provide you with any information that I may have accidentally left out or anything that you need me to elaborate on. Okay. That said, let's go ahead and explore your options that you can take after watching this video to actually make this halal online business a reality and to be able to create a life for yourself and for your family and loved ones, a life filled with opportunities where you are financially free and not confined to a specific location in order to earn a halal income. Let's go ahead and take a look at the two options that you have. Option number one is going to be free resources on YouTube. So there are many free resources available to you on YouTube, especially having watched this video in its entirety. You can search specific topics that you need elaborated on, or that you may have some questions. For example, you might have some questions about crafting your offer, or you might have some questions about the media buyers and how to find them and all of this. Even though I gave you virtually everything that you need to know in this video, you can still resort to YouTube and search for more specific topics on specifically what it is that you need help with. Okay. Now, here's the only problem that you're going to face with YouTube. The problem is that everyone is selling you a course, and most people tend to gatekeep information away from you. Because if they didn't, then there would be no need for you to buy their course. That's the only problem with YouTube, is that you will still see people that will gatekeep information. I think this is probably one of the most comprehensive videos that you'll watch out there. And again, there's many videos on there. There's many people who genuinely want to help you. But I would say the most part, people are going to gatekeep information because they have some sort of course to sell you. And even if they provide you with all the information, let's say someone provides you with all the information, just like I have done in this video and like I do on my channel, you inevitably will have questions and would need the guidance of someone who can work with you one-on-one based on specific questions and specific challenges that you are going to face along the way. Just like watching this video, I'm pretty sure that once you get started, inshallah, which I recommend you get started, you still are going to have some questions that you need someone to be there to kind of help you and answer your questions so that you're not making the mistakes that they are making. Rather, you are getting an answer right away and you're able to take action on it. Now, this doesn't mean that YouTube can't work. You will just have a hard time trying to solve problems that can be easily asked to someone who's been doing this for many years and can provide you with the answer or the guidance that you need on the spot. So that is option number one, YouTube. Highly recommend that you do it, but again, you're going to face these problems. So what is your alternative option? Well, the alternative option is number two, and that is to join our consulting program. Okay, as promised at the beginning of this video, I will let you know how I can help you one-on-one if you are actually really serious about making this business a reality and you need a mentor who can hold your hand and guide you through this entire journey step by step. This is where I want to talk to you about this option of joining our consulting program, the Halal Online Business Blueprint. Now, just to be clear, I am not here to sell you information. The service I offer is consulting, similar to what you would be offering your clients. Right? This is consulting. This is not going to be me selling you a course or me selling you information. This is me working with you one-on-one. It is one-on-one support where you can meet with me over Zoom and get the guidance that you need that is specific to your own questions and to your own challenges. I'll go ahead and break down what's included in our program shortly, but just to be clear, this program is specifically for motivated Muslim males who are looking for a mentor, another Muslim brother who will help them based on the 6 years of experience that I have and based on having their best interest in mind. If you're not a motivated Muslim male and you are not looking for a mentor and you're not looking for someone who's been doing this for many years and has your best interest, then this is not a good fit for you. But if it is, then this would be a good fit for you because we will be working one-on-one in this program. And this isn't available to everyone. I would first need to get on a call with you and see if you're a good fit, quite honestly. And I don't shy away from not accepting brothers who I think are not a good fit because this is going to be my own time that I will be dedicating to helping you. So I'm not going to be here to, sell you a course and I can accept anyone. You have to be someone particular and we have to get on a call to make sure that you are the right fit. Because taking your hard-earned money doesn't guarantee that you will get results. I first need to evaluate if you have what it actually takes what it actually takes to actually take what I'm consulting you on and put it into action, right? Not everybody is fit to actually take the information they're learning and actually put it into action. Okay, I first need to evaluate if you are this perfect person. And if you're someone who procrastinates and someone who is lazy and does not have their values in order and is someone that is looking to start their business, someone who is not looking to start their business for something that is bigger than just materialistic things like buying a nice watch and buying a nice car, then most likely this will not be a good fit for you. If you're someone again who's lazy and you don't have your values in order and you're not looking to start something that is bigger than yourself, something for your family, something for your loved ones, something for your future kids, rather than something to just buy materialistic things, then I can tell you right now, you probably won't be a good fit, and shouldn't even waste your time trying to book a call with me. Okay, but if we accept you into the program, then my promise to you that if you show up, I too will show up and will show out for you to help you achieve your desired outcome of making this business a reality. So now that we have clearly defined option one and option two, our consulting program, and who is a good fit and who's not a good fit, if you think you are a good fit based on exactly what I mentioned here, let me go ahead and just explain to you what's in our consulting program. That way you can get an idea of, should I book a call with Majid to see if this is a good fit for me? Let me break down the program in detail. So here's what's included in our program. Within the first week, we're going to go ahead and dial down your offer and your niche creation. You will meet with me one-on-one to identify your niche, which in other words is going to be the segment in the market, and craft a no-brainer offer. So the whole idea here is to go ahead and figure out who you're going to help, right? Is this dental? Is this chiro? Is this car dealerships? Is this real estate agents? Is this online store? So on and so forth. Then we're going to clearly define a no-brainer offer. So with the offer, we're going to figure out who we're going to help. We're going to figure out what we're going to help them with, and we're going to figure out why. Quite frankly, why they even need this help and why they should choose us over everyone else. That's what we're going to do in week 1, the offer and the niche creation, to give you clarity on exactly who you're going to help, how you're going to help them, and why they would need your help in the first place, along with crafting a no-brainer offer that will literally get people to virtually say yes to you, because it is going to be in their best interest to actually work with you. Week number 2 is going to be your service delivery. Though the objective here is to ensure that you can generate great results for your clients, even if you are a complete beginner. And we're going to do this by placing in your agency someone who has been working with this niche that you're going into and has generated millions of dollars and has a proven track record, which you'll be able to leverage to close deals. So the whole idea here with service delivery is the people that are these clients are going to be hiring you to deliver them great results. So you have to ensure that you can do that, and you have to ensure that you can actually fulfill your promise of delivering them great results. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and place someone in your agency who will be a contractor, who will be able to ensure that they can deliver great results. This is going to be someone who's generated millions of dollars, someone who has a proven track record, and someone who has case studies that you can leverage for your own agency, so that when clients get on a call with you, they can actually see that you as an organization is able to deliver results for them. And the way this works is that we're going to go ahead and hire and vet any talent for this role, whether it's a media buyer, video editor, graphic designer, whatever talent you have. We're going to go ahead and hire them and then place them in your agency. Now, when we place them in your agency, you're going to have counsel. You're going to have someone who, even if you're a complete beginner, not only are they going to be doing the service delivery for you, but you'll have someone that you can learn from in real time. While they are running your clients' ads, you can go in there and see exactly what they're doing, which will allow you to be even more aware of how the service delivery works, right? So rather than you taking months, if not years, to learn how to do it yourself, you can have someone who we're going to hire and place in your agency do this for you. And while they're doing it, you can learn from them, so that one, you know how it works, but number 2, that you have more confidence and conviction that you can actually deliver results for your clients because you have someone on your team who is really great at doing what they're doing. Lastly, this is going to provide you case studies, right? This is going to provide you someone who has case studies that show hundreds of thousands of dollars and even millions of dollars, which you'll be able to go ahead and leverage as case studies on your site and on sales calls. So already within the first 2 weeks, not only are we going to go ahead and give you clarity on who to work with and the niche and the offer that you're going to offer them, but also the service delivery, the fact that you can ensure to deliver great results for your clients. Now, moving forward to week 3, it's going to be the client acquisition and system built out. So what I will do is implement in your agency up to 5 client acquisition systems that are going to book meetings consistently and predictably for you. And by implement, I don't mean just give you some videos to watch. I mean set up your outreach infrastructure to where your main focus is specifically to get on sales and close people who book calls with you, right? We can implement up to 5 client acquisition systems in your agency. That way you are booking meetings consistently and predictably. And just like we shared, a few minutes ago of the client acquisition systems, you can see them here, right? Rather than you watching YouTube videos on how to do it, we'll implement any of these systems within your agency that, again, books you meetings consistently and predictably. The next thing is going to be the website and infrastructure build out. So during week 3, we will go ahead and build out the rest of your agency infrastructure. And this includes designing your website and setting up your CRM workflows for both you and your clients. Okay, this will be a CRM that you'll be able to white label to your agency and resell to your clients. So if you take a look right here, this is a CRM. Not only we're going to go ahead and build this out for you, including the design and the workflow, but you'll also be able to offer this to your clients. You can sell it for $1,000, you can sell it for up to $5,000, or you can simply just give it to them for free. That is up to you, but we will go ahead and set up your entire CRM, including the automations and the workflows, not only for you, but also for your agency. That way, you not only have a beautifully designed website, but you have the actual infrastructure, right, for the leads that are coming in for your agency, along with the leads that are coming in for your clients, which again, you can go ahead and resell this for $500 all the way to $5,000. Okay, that is what we will do during week 3, which is your website and infrastructure built out. And again, guys, there's so much more that I can talk about, like helping you with your sales calls, auditing your sales calls, having someone who's going to be there to audit your sales calls and show you exactly what you did right, what you did wrong. Someone like myself who's taken at this point more than 1,000 sales calls, right? I'll be able to audit your calls. Not only that, but you will be part of a community of other Muslim brothers who are also building their own agency. The fact that you can book a call with myself at any time, 6 days a week, 12 hours throughout the whole day to get the help that you need. The fact that you will have myself there on Slack where you can message me directly. Slack is like, WhatsApp for business, right? So you get all of that as well, which again, I have not mentioned in here, but I'm just trying to give you the overview of what our program looks like and what option 2 is, which is joining our consulting program. Now, there's a third option, right? And third option is going to be to simply disregard everything, right? You have that option. You can go ahead and disregard everything that I mentioned in this video and go back to your normal day-to-day life. And honestly, that's totally fine with me. Just understand that after watching this video, you have an option out there to create a better life for yourself, a better life for your family, and a better life for the people who you will be serving, which in other words is your clients. And again, this option is totally fine. This is not going to break my heart or anything. It all comes back to you. But if you are an action taker and you know that you're called for more than your regular 9 to 5 job that limits how much money you can make and where you can work in the world, like right now, I'm recording this video here in Cairo, Egypt, right? If you want to have that freedom to where you can work from anywhere, not be confined to a specific location, and earn a halal income that takes care of yourself, your family, and your loved ones, then go ahead and book a call and simply see if this is the right fit for you. You literally have nothing to lose. And again, you booking this call does not guarantee that you will be a good fit and that we'll work together. You booking this call is to get more detail on the program and for me to evaluate if you will be a good fit, because I will be working with you one-on-one, and I don't take people on that I know won't be able to succeed and won't be able to take everything that I'm consulting them on and putting it into action. That said, ladies and gentlemen, whether you decide to book a call or not, inshallah ta'ala, that this video, this comprehensive video, has been detailed enough for you to actually go ahead and take everything that you learned here and go ahead and apply it to your own business. I highly recommend that regardless if you book a call or not, take the information I have in here, rewatch the video if you need to watch it again, and go ahead and make this a reality. Make this business a reality to have a better life for yourself, for your family, and for your loved ones. With that being said, I hope you booked a call using the link down below, and I look forward to seeing you on the demo call. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.